Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noka Romadhona. I'm from PBI 2. My student number is 18 20 20 75. And today I want to present my proposal before we start my presentations, I want to show you the title of my proposal, that is an analysis of students' error in writing narrative text at the 8th grade of junior high school number 1 Pasma Air Crew. And from the title, based on the title, I take the research problem of the proposal, that is, why are some of the students unable to determine the main idea? The second one is, why are some of the students unable to use the right word? And the third is, why are some of the students unable to arrange the sentence? And why do some of the students not understand the materials about narrative text? And then the research objective. The objective of this study are based on the formulations of the problem is determines the most common types of errors that made by students when writing narrative text with a generic structure at the 8th grade of junior high school number 1 Pasma Air Crew. And then the research method. In the research method consists of research design, setting, participant, data collections, and data analysis. And then the first one, I want to explain about the research design first. In research design, I use a qualitative descriptive research design. In the qualitative research is a type of educational research that focuses on people and their experience. The researchers relies on others people's opinions, participants, and broad general questions to collect the data. And the purpose of the qualitative is to assist the researchers in finding a solutions to a societal phenomenon through investigation of the object research. And to collect the data, I will use a task and its purpose to determine students' difficulties using the generic structure of a narrative text. The test result was scored by two readers in this study, ensuring that the score was accurate. And then there is a setting. This study took a place in junior high school number 1 Pasma Air Crew in May of 2021. This school is in the Empalawang Regencies, Pasma Air Crew district. I choose this place because it represents the writer samples and population. And also there is a participant. Participant consists of populations and also the sample. The populations of my research is all age grade students at State Junior High School number 1 Pasma Air Crew. All of the class consists of 30 students. And then the sample is, the study is employ basic random sampling because the populations is rather than 100 people. So I use simple random sampling to select individuals to represent the population, because I think that each student of each grade had a chance to participate in this research. According to Arikunto, if the population is less than 100, the sample size should be 50%. But if the population is greater than 100, the sample size should be 10 until 25%. Because the populations of this research is more than 100, so I took 15% of the populations as an example. There are 30 pupils in total from 5 class of students that I took as example. And next is data collections. To gather data for the study, the researchers first conduct interviews with an English teachers and a few of students. And then the observation technique used in this study is indirect observation techniques, which mean that the students who have the problem are used as a sample. I use observations because observation is the methodological recordings of the symptoms under investigation. And I also collect students writing analyzing a framework in narrative text writing. However, in this activity, I collaborate with English teacher. So I gather all of the samples from each class in one class to write a prose, narrative prose, and also I provide the test instruction, and then I offered students 45 minutes to produce a narrative text on a set of a paper with the narrative text topic that being legend story or fable, and then they would be able to write on their own, and the researcher and I gather the students' responses. After that, the last is I detected the types of error in the students' writing after the teacher asked them to submit their activity to the teacher. And the last, from my proposal, there is a data analysis. In data analysis, I utilize descriptive analysis with percentage to analyze the data in this study, in order to determine the challenge students have in producing narrative text orientation, complication, resolution, reorientation, and also the coda, as well as the most common type of issues students face. And then, as a result, I use the following formula to assess the data of the students composing narrative text. So you can see here the formula that I use, that the P is a number of percentage and F as a frequency and N is a number of sample. Okay, I think that's all for my proposal. I'm sorry if I have some mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.